want to speak with you guys today on this Monday, happy Monday, day after Mother's Day, about being silent. Sometimes you can hear God just telling you to be silent, and you wonder, what, silent? What is that exactly, right? I went through that the very first time that things that was going on in my life a few months ago, when I ended up feeling like I was hearing him say I needed to leave my church that I loved, and I was growing in, and I kind of in the beginning, the first few months that he was telling me that, I ignored it. And then things started happening where it was like, okay, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be ignoring this that's in the back of my head, and I need to pray about it. So, of course, that's what I started to do. I started to pray about it and asking God, why would you be telling me to leave somewhere that you literally brought me to? And before that, I've told a story before, but before that, he was telling me that I needed time alone with him. I had got really, really sick, and I realized, because I don't get sick, I'm like, why am I so sick? What happened? And he just started telling me, you were losing the relationship that you had with me. I'm still in the same place. You're moving away because you're giving your time to so many other people and things. And it wasn't just the church. It was just people, life. And it was a lot of different things, right? So I ended up, okay, let me see what I need to do. And that while I was sick, I missed those few days and work and church, and because work was also another big thing that he called me out on, because it had literally got to the point where I was working past my work hours and just all of this stuff. And when God started just revealing all of the things that I was doing and how I wasn't giving to him, and social media was another big part. And I fast from social media and all of those things then. So here recently, same thing. God is sending me messages. I watch a lot of spiritual things on YouTube, as I spoke of before. And so I watched a lot of spiritual things on YouTube, and God had been sending me the message about just fasting. So I did the fast with the food, and then I did the fast from social media. And the fast from social media, normally when I would do it, I would still hop on so I could attend Bible study and things like that at the different churches that I like. And then I would still be on TikTok going live and doing all those things because he would tell me to do that. And then God just one day, he said, deactivate Facebook. And I was like, okay, I'm going to deactivate Facebook, and I'm like, I'm going to do it for 7 days. So I deactivate Facebook, and something happened where I needed to go back on. Somebody had said that they saw that I was on Facebook. That's neither here nor there. So I'm like, wait a minute. And I said, why would it say that I'm active on Facebook if I deactivated it for 7 days? Not thinking, okay, is it after the 7 days? Had the 7 days passed up, which that's what had happened. I had been so content with not being on Facebook that the 7 days had passed. So it just reactivated my Facebook, right? And I still, it wasn't registering to me that that's what had happened. So I'm just like, how did that happen? How did that happen? And then I was like, let me deactivate it again for 7 days. And I said, Camila, that's what's happening. You're deactivating for 7 days. So this time I don't know how I did it, but I think I did it for longer. I forgot what it said, but I did it for longer. And then when I did it that time for longer, I would still be on TikTok. And then God just told me also deactivate TikTok. And I was like, okay, I don't know how to do that. I'm new to TikTok. You just told me to get on TikTok. So I really don't know how to deactivate TikTok. So then I ended up deactivating TikTok as well. So now I'm right in this moment, this space that I'm in now. I'm not on Facebook, nor am I on TikTok. I'm not on either one of those platforms. And Instagram, yeah. So that lets you know that I really don't be on there. So Instagram is the other one. I haven't been on Instagram in a while. I don't even know really the last time that I was just on there strolling, or you do on Instagram. I don't remember the last time that I was on there, because Instagram was never a big issue for me. Okay, I'm saying all this to say God was slowly telling me to be silent, which is what he did before. A few months ago, he was telling me to be silent and removing certain things from my life that was causing distractions, right? And that's what he started doing again. And it was just like yesterday morning, I got up, Mother's Day, and I was like, I'm just going to be intimate with God. Initially, I was going to go to church. I was really like, I want to go to the Potter's house because it's Mother's Day. And I just know Sarah's going to be preaching, and I love to see her in person preaching. But I was just told to sit still, and that's what I did, sit still and be in silence. So I got up, I watched 2819, which their service started, I think, at 6. So I got up at 6, watched their service, and then after that, I joined the Potter's house service. And I just kind of connected with God and was just intimate with him, and then I was kind of chit-chatting with different people back and forth, and God just, he did things to separate that from me as well. He shifted it so I was not able to do that. And so last night I'm still like, I don't know, I don't understand what's going on, like what's happening. And I'm like, I just got to pray. I got to read the word. I got to do this. So I did all of those things. And I was just kind of in this space of confusion, really. And so I did the same thing that I do every night. I played my, now I've kind of shifted to with how I go to sleep at night. I listen to spiritual, like rain sounds on my TV with a black screen, just so it's kind of dark in the room, dimmer. And then I use my phone to listen at the word that helps me sleep. So I listen at Grace and Prayers. I think that's the one that I like to listen to. The woman on there, she's just very soothing. So I listened to that. I put that on, and then as I was sleeping, normally it plays the whole time at night. But God, like I told y'all, he normally speaks to me through YouTube, spiritual YouTube videos. So I put that on when I went to bed, but I ended up listening to Latoya Okia. She ended up coming on, and every time I woke up, it was a message that was for me. She just played all throughout the night, her videos, and I was listening, and God was just telling me it's time for me to be silent. Now, what's also funny about that is yesterday, I just felt like God was telling me to call in to work. So yesterday morning, I got up at when I got up at 6, I sent my supervisor a message letting her know that I would not be in today, and I would get on to meet with my new hires. I think y'all know that I'm a program trainer, so just to give them what they needed to do for today, and I would get off. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, and I was like, well, maybe I can get on and work from like 7:30 till, I think I said 10 o'clock initially. And God told me, no, that's too long. I asked you to call in. So he literally gave me a certain time, and my time was from 8 to 8:30. that was the time. And I'm like, ooh, that's pushing it. But I was really obedient, because I think I got off with them because one of the people was struggling. I think it was like 8:40 when I got off, but I was very obedient to do what God told me to do. And because he wants me to be silent, and he kept saying, be silent, like separate myself. So as I was going through that process of, okay, I get it, you want me to be silent, then I thought about, like, my phone screen came, the vision of my phone screen came in my head, and it just said silent in white at the top, big. And I'm like, okay, so I guess he's telling me to silent my phone, which I've never done that before. I have seen like other people have silenced their phone, but I had never did that before. So I'm like, I don't even know how to do it. And I was going to ask Leisha, because that's normally what I do. I ask my kids how to do stuff, and God said, figure it out yourself. So I'm like, okay, so I'm going through all these motions and trying to figure it out. I figure it out, and then I'm like, oh, okay, so it has people that you can silence people, but you don't have to silence everyone. So I'm like, okay, my kids, of course, right? I'm not going to have them on silent, my mom. And then God also told me someone else not to have on silent. And I was like, okay, you sure? And he also told me to do something else for this certain person. And it's just parts of my life that I have not shared yet. Everything that God told me to do with this person and my kids, and my mom was the other person, and my best friend also. So I did all of that, and so that's where I'm at now, where it's just the world is silent. So it's literally just been today, me in silence. But then what's even more strange, sorry y'all know I'm a crybaby, is I'm in this space, and then I get up, I just do my normal routine like I do every morning. Go see Leisha, talking to her, and I'm like, hey, how's your day going? And just conversating with her. Have you checked to see if anything posted? And she said no. And I was like, what are you doing? Because she has a journal, and she's just like, I'm thinking she's drawing, because that's what she normally do. And she said, I'm writing. And I said, oh, okay. I said, you're writing? I said, okay, that's new. She was like, yeah. She said, I just felt like writing. And I said, because she's not a writer. But I just, God was telling me there's going to be a shift, like not just with me, but with my house. And she was like, yeah, I'm writing right now. She said, and I didn't know what to write about. She said, so I'm just writing about the things that makes me happy and joyful things. She said, and then after that, I'm going to read my Bible. And I'm saying all of this to say, praying women are powerful. And I wish I could just tell y'all so much more. But I prayed for the same thing over and over and over and over. I've been praying for it for months now. And when I tell y'all, God is shifting things. He's shifting things. And it might not look the way that you want it to look. But when he tells you to be silent, just sit in it and marinate in it so you can hear things clearly from him. Because he will definitely let you know what you need to do. God has started telling me to remove people from my life that's doing things that I know I don't want to do, and that I don't need to be associating with those type of people. And I'm like, I'm like, I don't really associate with anyone, all of these things. And then God will just show you different things. And then it's like, even sometimes when you don't want to do it, he'll do it for you. And I think it's just, we have to pay attention. We have to be intentional, and definitely pay attention when God is shifting us. And we have to make sure that we're filling up our cup first. And when God says be silent, when God says I'm losing you, you have to listen, and you have to be obedient. And sometimes it can be very, very hard, but we just have to do it. We have to do it. And I'm not talking about nothing that's happened to me last week. I'm not talking about nothing that happened to me 3 years ago. I'm not talking about nothing that happened to me 10, 15, 20, or 40 years ago. I'm talking about what's happening to me now. like right now, today. So just be silent when he tells you to be silent, so you can get that connection back, because he doesn't shift. He stays the same. And it's us that will shift, and we sometimes we don't even know that it's shifting, and we think we're still doing what he wants us to do, but we're shifting. So sometimes it just takes us literally sitting in silence for not just that morning that we have that intimate connection with him that we make sure that we have. Sometimes it's for a day. Sometimes it may be for a week where you just feel secluded and isolated and you feel alone. But that is what you have to do to really hear God and connect with him, because you may have shifted because he didn't. It's you, and he needs you to come back. He needs you to come back. So that's what I wanted to get on and just say, y'all. And it is a tough journey. When you start your spiritual journey, it's tough. It's hard. It's not always laughs, and it's not joyful. You don't get everything that you want because you're walking with God. It's challenging, but it's so worth it. And if you take out the time and just surrender over to him, and you're able to hear him clearly, he will definitely let you know every move that you need to make. He will let you know who needs to be there and who needs to be removed. And I'm telling you, sometimes it'll be people that you thought needed to be removed, and God is like, no, ma'am, no, sir. That person, you're stuck with them. It may not look the way you want it to look right now, but I know what work I have to do, and I know where I want it to be. So I'm saying all that to say, sometimes we want people gone, but God has something different in store. And sometimes we want people to stay, and God has something different in store. We have to listen at him, honor him, pray about it, make sure it's clear, and do what he is ordering us to do. I love each and every one of you. I hope your Monday is great, because mine's turned out amazing. And I'll see you guys. Well, hear you guys, or see you guys, or hear me or see me tomorrow. Kisses as always. Allow God to be the navigation to your life, and he will not steer you wrong. A bad day, remove yourself. Don't go messing up nobody else's day. Pour into yourself. Get that time alone with you and God, and see if you can fix some things with the help of him. And I bet you can. Love you guys.